How we doing today, man? It's Monday. We're back to be, good to be back from the break or just the weekend. Rather, I enjoyed the weekend. Got to watch the NFL games, even though they did not swing the way I wanted in either of the games. That's unfortunate, but not my team, so it doesn't really matter. But to the charts, that's what we're here for. I'm about to take a 5-minute inversion to the downside. On paper, I am done for the day. What did we do on the Express account? We locked it out like right at market open. I wasn't planning on trading today. Reason being, the candle volatility was just too much, right? I didn't want to be trading in a day where one candle could be 31 points very consistently, because that would mean my stop loss would have to be pretty decent, and I just wasn't looking to do that. So we're going to get in this 5-minute inversion on the practice account. I always get nervous that when I enter on the practice, I'm entering on like a real account, and I'm about to just get destroyed and just lose a ton of money. But it is the practice, so we don't have to worry. And while we're on that, we're just going to go to the combine where we made $200 or 194 to be exact. And I'm happy with that day. I trade 2 micros on the combine, even though I'm trying to risk more and make more. Today, again, just had big volatility, so I'm not just going to throw away a bunch of, just throw away a ton of money just in case the trade doesn't work out. Big thing to talk about that everyone that trades noticed coming into today, right? We sold off overnight a ton. From yesterday, this is the new week opening gap. The new week opening gap itself is 126 points. We sold 1,000 points. If you don't know, people are saying it's because of some AI in China that's doing it cheaper than the AI, like NVIDIA's AI, I guess, and other AI that the United States owns. So that's what people are saying is causing this sell-off. But I don't think it's the end of the world. I think that we're just going to we've rebalanced all right. From this bottom of that wick, we've rebalanced 500 points. So we rebalanced to equilibrium of the sell-off. So, if we woke up and we were still just selling and selling and selling, maybe there would be some alarm bells for people. But, yeah, that's not really the case. And coming into the day, my bias was to be careful, right? My bias was to not worry about if I get a trade or don't get a trade. I didn't plan on not trading, but I didn't plan on trading. And that was kind of the approach going into the day. We were obviously flipped more bullish. I didn't think we were going to retrace all the way. But when you get this type of move overnight, it's just more likely that the market's going to have some sort of bullish narrative off open. So when we're right here, there's nothing for me to do. There's no real highs that I'm really worried about taking out. I guess in hindsight, this area here on the chart's pretty nice to come up to. But there was nothing really for me to base my trades off of other than just intraday stuff, which is what you guys have seen me trade, which is my kind of like trend day model, which is rinse and repeat, wait for displacement in one direction. And why did I expect it to be a trend day higher? Well, because we had crazy displacement off open, and it was, what do you know? It was 11 or 10:30, pretty much, or 10:20 before we even had any sort of real retracement. And we will go over the entry. So this was a 1 minute. I'm going to get rid of that. It's not too valid. But we ended up putting a 15-minute fair value gap. So we displace high enough to make a 15-minute gap right here. We have the displacement. We have another candle. We make this candle. We haven't tapped yet. So I'm waiting for this to get tapped. Again, my rinse repeat model is see a trend, see the direction, wait for a 15-minute or higher fair value gap to get tapped, and then look for some sort of SMT and then an inversion to go long. It's just bread and butter every single time. You don't want to go long before you get that tap because you don't know. You don't have, a target to trade to, which we had this high here as a clear and obvious target. And also, when you're trading on a trend like this, you don't know if this pullback is going to stop here and go higher, because this one, right, comes down. Oh, we swept out this low. We have displacement. You think that you're going to get in here and you get wrecked. So you wait for this blue box, which is the 15-minute, to trade into it. And then I'm going to get rid of the blue box now. We know we were in the 15-minute. This low right here created the SMT. I'll show you guys on the ES right here. We swept out this low right here. So we had a bullish SMT, ES took out the low, NQ didn't, and obviously right here. So that was another confluence for longs. 15-minute SMT trend day model, and we had this 2-minute inverse. And looking at Twitter after the fact, Dodgy took the same exact trade, which is kind of cool to see. And I hope to get on that level someday where I can copy trade. I think he had like 20 accounts. That would just be amazing. And I'm trying to get to that point on Top Step. My goal is to get 5 accounts passed so that I can trade. Trying to get 5 accounts passed so I can copy trade, obviously. And my goal is for this year to have 5 accounts where I have them just all the wins I need, which is 500, or no, not 500, 30 $200 wins, and you basically have your own accounts. That's my goal. But I took profit one at this high. I'll just pull up the execution now. I'll pull up the execution here. We did enter this twice. I'll kind of go over why we did that. We didn't enter right at the close, which I should have. The reason for that, just kind of hesitation. I just didn't know if we wanted to reach lower. We were selling off thousands of points pre-market, so going bullish kind of still felt a little bit off, even though my model was there. So I waited to see if this 15-second fair value gap would hold and close an order block. And as soon as we did, I got in. And I kind of just, I didn't go break even there. I waited and waited. And we end up running up here. And I'll kind of go back for a second. We end up running this high, and I went break even for this high, but then I kind of regretted it, moved it back down, and yeah, I was just like, I don't really want to see us stop at that high and come back down, so I kind of just decided to just put my stop at break even on this one, and I then pretty much just re-enter right away because I was like, I recognized that was a mistake, so I'm like, okay, I messed that up. Shouldn't have really gone break even, kind of got shaken out of the trade, and entered right back pretty much exactly where I was before. So should I have re-entered, or should I have gotten closed out? No. Or should I have gone to break even? Probably not. Should I have re-entered? I mean, technically the model's still there. I was still risking about the same. It was just a little bit botch of an entry. But I was confident in the trade, and then I let this one play out, and I didn't move to break even too early. We hit our take profit. Kind of shortchanged ourselves, not getting in right at the 2-minute close and just believing in the move, but we're working on that. And then we end up holding this last position pretty well, in my opinion. I think I did well. I had my stop right underneath the fair value gap on the 1 minute, right here, right underneath that wick. I think that's fine. It's just $10 in profit, 5 points. We're targeting somewhat 200, and then we were also targeting this -1 standard deviation. I drew that from this manipulation leg. I'll show you guys how I did that in a second. And I'm glad with how I just let the trade have some breathing room. I didn't just close it because I saw $100. I kind of just waited. And we ended up trailing our stop right here. When I saw this impulse through this high, I was like, cool, I'm not going to get greedy here. And we really wouldn't have squeezed too much more, maybe about another $40 out of the trade if we didn't do this. So when you get that impulse, I kind of just move my stop to that because that's 75 points, man. I don't need 75 points. I always talk about that. I don't need 75 points. I need 30 points to eat every single day, which is kind of my goal. 25 to 30 points is where I know I can make a great living trading in the future. So I'm happy with the 75 points. And I did lock out this account eventually, just because, I don't want to get greedy. I was going to take this 5-minute inversion on the whatever it's called account, on the combine, but I was just like, you know what, do I really need to do that? And the answer is no. I don't need to take that trade because I already took a winner, right? And that's where I'm trying to get better at, is just not just taking too many trades, man. That I feel like on the combine recently, I've been just taking too many trades just because it feels like, oh, it's just the combine. Let me just do whatever. Today, I stayed disciplined. I waited for a phenomenal entry. I waited for all my confluences. And I executed well enough. Obviously, the mishap going break even, getting back in, kind of is never something you want to do. But, today was really good. So, very happy with that. And we would be just printing right now if we were ever at the point in our lives and careers that we could trade two full contracts. We will get there at some point, but I mean, this is just insane to see. Obviously, it's just paper, so it just doesn't matter. But just thinking about the fact that you can print this type of money is just insane. It's insane to me. Obviously, we can't do that on the 50Ks because we're risking literally the entire balance. So that's that. But I do want to see this order block get put in. And then I think we will flush to at least this low right here. But yeah, this is a pretty straight move. And the bias is bearish, right? We retraced at equilibrium of this move down. We're not just going to keep running up, in my opinion. I think we are going to rebalance. So that's what we're seeing right here. And man, I cannot imagine ever just being up casually like 2.4K just in a trade, right? But that's not the point. That doesn't really matter. And yeah, we can kind of just watch this trade while I kind of talk about different things. Let me just kind of put in different stuff here. Order block. I did take a banger trade on Friday after the video I made. I forgot to post it on Twitter. It was on the combine. I'll show you guys. I'll show you guys that trade right here. I'll go on the whatever it's called. And we're about to hit this low in ES, so that's when I would close half position as if we make an SMT there. But the trade I took on, and it's so funny, I woke up this morning, I was like, why is the price not moving? And then I realized we had a massive gap. Anyways, you guys know I wanted to see these lows. I posted on Diego B Trades on Twitter the night before. I was taking a swing trade on 1 micro on the combine. I was taking a 15-minute inversion right here to target these lows because it looked bearish. We had a daily SMT and internal SMT. So I got in there. We got stopped out. But I was looking for this trade. And on the higher time frame, this trade is beautiful. We saw the SMT. We had swept out the previous day high or the overnight highs as well. We had these lows right here that we hadn't traded to yet, and we took them out there. After taking out the low, we rebalanced to this 15-minute that ends up holding right here. It never ends up breaking above on the 15-minute. The 15-minute was so beautiful this day. And then we displace lower. We make relative equal lows right here. If we zoom in, we make relative equal lows right here. We trade back into this 15-minute gap right here. Right here, we trade into this 15-minute gap. And then we sell lower, and we keep selling, and we make another 15-minute gap. At this point, this one obviously was super, super bearish. We started having accumulation right here. We manipulated the highs, and we started having our displacement legs. When this started holding, I zoomed in down here to look for an entry to these lows. And I actually ended up taking full take profit at this low right here. But we ended up catching a beautiful, beautiful trade right here. We ended up catching this inversion right here. So right here, we had our stop about here. And then we took profit at this low here. Notice the difference. This big looking move is only 57 points. Our trade today was 75 points, and it was like a few minutes. But this trade was nice. I took a profit at this low just because, and then I took profit at this low right here because it was a swing point from the day before. And notice we hit that low and come back up. Almost just closed the rest of my position because I was like, oh, it's definitely going to get me at break even. And I was like, why would I do that? And I held and I caught 57 points, another $109. It was really, really beautiful. One of my favorite trades in a long time, but yeah, I forgot or I didn't get to go over that trade because I took it after the video, and that was really sick. Which brought the combine up a little bit more as well. So the combine after today's 200 is sitting at 1,582. So hopefully we can get this bad boy passed in due time, and we can have 2 accounts, and then we can work on the third. I think third is 3 combines or 3 express accounts, kind of like my goal to really start, trying to copy trade them, and then that's when you can really just start seeing some returns. Like you make $50, that's 150. I mean, it's a solid day, man. That's a whole shift at a restaurant, So I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to just getting better at trading, man, and it's been cool. I want to make a whole video eventually talking about talking about something that I almost made the topic of today's video, but we had a nice trade to go over, so I didn't really want to focus on it. But I really kind of want to talk about in a whole separate video the fact of something I've realized in myself that's causing me to doubt my trades, to doubt my ability, to maybe kind of rush the process. And I'm not gonna go into too much in this video, so I can like leave something to talk about in a future one. But I feel like a lot of pressure I put on myself is to just get there quick, is almost like a fear of like this stuff leaving, right? Like I'm afraid like prop firms are gonna disappear. Like we saw this crazy crash and we don't know what's gonna happen with AI, and what if AI bots take over trading, and what if, so all these things are kind of in my head that kind of terrify me. Like what if what I'm doing doesn't last very long and I don't become profitable quick enough? Because I've just seen people just change their lives. Like I don't really watch TJR for his like trading advice, but like I've seen that man change his life with trading in a few years. Like he's set for life now. I mean, he's gonna want to make more money, but with the money he has, he can make that money make him money where he would never need to make a dollar again, or he could just make that money make him a lot of money. And it's really cool to see that, because it's like in just a little bit of time, through social media, through trading, through like businesses, all these different things, he's just been able to set himself up, man. And it's like, I want to do that. I'm sure everyone that's watching this video wants to do that as well, just in terms of setting themselves up. And it's like, it's just such a scary thing to not be where you want to be, because it's like, okay, if I could just give me 3-4 years of this, just social media, just trading, business, I could set myself up. And I know that, but it's like, there's no guarantee that this stuff's going to last. There's no guarantee that these concepts are going to work forever. And it's that's something I want to just make a whole video of, maybe this weekend, maybe if we have bad price action one day. I really want to dig into that, because I think that's something that's just really stressing me out, or really kind of on my mind. Because it's like, it just feels so no guarantee wise, like, right? Like what I'm looking for with the trading strategy I use, how I look to enter trades, is working really well right now. But like, what if that disappears? And that kind of keeps me up. That keeps me up at night sometimes, not literally, but figuratively. It definitely is a little bit scary. And, I don't know. I definitely want to talk a whole video on that, without, going over everything I want to talk about. So I don't really want to keep hammering that, but that's just something I wanted to talk about today, and was about to make the whole video about, but we had a nice trade. So yeah, the plan is to just keep getting more funding, and just keep leveling up each day. Today was really good. We took one setup. Well, we took 2 trades, but we took one setup, right? We waited for that. We waited for exactly what we needed to see, and we executed. And that's how trading works, right? That's just how trading works. And in the future, we just keep getting better and better and better. That's all trading is. It's just waiting for what you want and being patient enough to be able to be disciplined enough to wait for that, and then executing when you see what you need. And that's what we did today. So I'm very happy about that. Not really sure what we got going on here, with this trade. Should play out. We just tapped this 5-minute, fair value gap right here. I would expect us to have some displacement lower. I want to see this become a 5-minute order block. Kind of just watch this trade out, on the 5-minute. But yeah, really happy with everything, man. I'm at a point in my life right now where I'm just trying to be really grateful. I really want to start getting more in tune with my faith, with God, everything like that. That's my goal, really. At the same time, I'm trying to become profitable, because that's the thing. I was just talking about stuff that has to do with fears, anxiety, doubt. And I think that's the biggest thing, that why people turn to their faith, is because in those times, right? If the market leaves me, God won't leave me, you know what I mean? And so I'm not where I need to be with that, by any means. And, in a weird way, I feel like maybe that's holding me back a little bit in my trading. It kind of sounds weird. It almost feels a little greedy. Like, I'm not trying to just get closer with God to make money. Even though like sometimes it feels like, oh, maybe, if I do that, I will make more money. It's kind of weird. I'm in a weird space with that. Don't really need to dive too much into that right now, especially not on this channel. I think my personal channel that I want to start posting on more, I'll definitely just talk more into stuff like that. That's really what I'm into outside of trading, and outside of making money, right? I separate my life and my ideas from, like, I feel like I'm 3 different people, right? I'm someone wants to make money, wants to trade, stuff like that. That's a whole separate side of me. There's someone that's very spiritual, very trying to figure out different things in the world. What is this, like, very philosophical. That's another section of me. And then there's just me that wants to have fun, wants to not really care. And that's me. And I feel like I'm like three different people in one. And yeah, so if I make a personal channel, definitely want to go more stuff like that. Today I'm kind of just rambling, man. I apologize. I just, after this, it's just 11, man. This is why I love trade. This is why trading is the greatest thing of all time. This is why, like, I don't want it to ever leave. Because, dude, what other job, even though I'm not making money from it right now, but I will be, what other job can I be done? I mean, I would have been done a while ago if I didn't have, if I wasn't making this video. Not have, that's a bad word. I get to make these videos. If I wasn't making this video, I would have been done like 10:30. When did this trade even close out? Like 10:30, right? 10:11. Maybe I wait for a second. I would have been done trading at 10:30. I would have made money, and my day, I would be going on with my day. If I took that same trade with 2 micros across 5 accounts, that's $1,000. I would have made 1K like that. Boom, $1,000. Just printing that money out, and then I would be going to the gym. I've torn something in my ankle a while ago, like October, and I didn't realize it, and it's just not gotten better. I cannot run. I love running. But, like, you can just do these things. I mean, I could go surf, go to the gym, go whatever. I could do whatever, and that's why trading is just so amazing, man. And that's why I just want to be at the level of some of these guys that I see on YouTube, because, like, it just looks so amazing. It just looks so great, and it's not like I'm not jealous or envious of anyone else. I just want to be there because I know how amazing that seems, right? And it just seems so cool, and that's why I'm rambling, is because I don't really have much else to do today. I'm gonna go to the gym after this, but, like, that's the thing with trading, is it gives you so much time that I can just sit here and talk to a camera or talk to my computer, and post it online for you guys to listen to, and maybe I'm just rattling nonsense, but I can just talk about whatever I want. And that's also the thing too. All my friends are just in college. All my friends either in college or working, so it's kind of like, it's pretty just whatever. After my day's done, I got nothing really to do, right? I'm just kind of chilling. So this trade's working out pretty good right now. I mean, as soon as I say that, normally it just rips up in the opposite direction of the one I'm in, but this looks beautiful. I mean, 5-minute inverse. We have clear liquidity underneath. 5-minute held. We might make a 5-minute order block, but again, as soon as I say that, it's going to rip higher. But yeah, man, don't really need to just keep talking forever and ever. Just to kind of put it out there, just kind of hold myself accountable. I'm going to drop a free Discord soon where I'm going to, like, live trade 1 to 3 times a week. I'm not going to, like, make any guarantees, like saying I will go live every single day. Not going to put that on myself yet. But I'm going to go live every once in a while. I'll definitely just be in there, and I want to build a little community of that, because just go on and hop on calls with some of y'all after the day, talk about different things, stuff like that. I think it'll be cool. That's one goal, like a short-term goal to try and work on. Another goal is to definitely just start posting YouTube videos on just, like, personal stuff, man. And I think I've been hesitant on that because I live a pretty boring life, and I just can't post cool, fun stuff like most of those guys that post the cool, fun stuff. But I just want to get into it. I want to make my videos. I want to just do what I want to do, man. So those are my main goals. I think if I can do those things and, like I said, get closer with my faith, I think I'll just be a lot happier with the direction. And I want to start eating better, man. I kind of eat like trash. I work out, I run, I do all that stuff. The fitness side's easy. I like doing that stuff, but I don't eat well. I don't, like, eat trash, but I don't really, like, cook myself good meals. I don't really eat enough calories. So those are my goals. Again, I'm just rambling at this point because I can, and this is my channel, has my name on it. These are my videos. I push publish, so I can do whatever I want, so I don't feel bad. But I'm not going to make you guys that actually, some of you guys watch all my videos all the way through the end. So you guys know who you are. So I'm not going to keep you guys up because I respect the fact that you watch these videos all the way through. And again, I'm not just going to talk about my life and random stuff that you guys don't care about. So that was a trading day. very clean, honestly. And this could be a take profit right here. I'm not going to. It's paper. That would be break even. I'm not going to. It's paper. But really happy with how today went. Really, really cool day. Interesting day. You don't see 1,000 points overnight very often. Let me know how you guys did. Let me know if you guys took any trades, if you guys liked anything. And I will see you guys tomorrow, man. Hopefully you guys have a good day. Let's kill this week. I'll see you guys. Peace.